It's very nice to be here, and thank you, Lit Live, for having me. I had the pleasure last year of teaching at Goldsmiths and in the ECL department, and it's just really nice to be here to remember that wonderful place and all the brilliant work that comes out of that centre. So this is a really nice reading to do, so thank you.
Speak up, please.
I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, all right. So this book was written in response to a wonderful collection that's held at Goldsmiths in the special collections. It's an archive of feminist and women's art from the 1980s, and I just wrote a book of poetry in response to that collection. So this is one of those poems, and it's called Pauline. Pauline, where should this go? It's a photo of a pregnant woman, where should it go? This photo of a naked woman that she took of herself in the mirror. The flash covers all of her face, her belly, with the tight red lines from the 1980s. Blind has muscles, the nipples have outlines. Pauline, she has the same soup bowl as me. She is more pregnant than me, when I wrote that. Washing basket appearance, knickers middle, a hairdryer alright, Target linen. I'll leave it where I found it. I'll put it with the woodwork with a note that says the limit of red chili is skill. With the story of carving, when a boy asked what carving was, he didn't understand the answer. She explained using the metaphor of a rash and an itch with sawdust padding for safety. It'll get reused again and again. I'll get it back out when I am more pregnant than her and put it with the steel work. This is a poem about my feet and my mother's feet. It's called Shod Feet. Comparing dynamic shod foot impressions with dynamic barefoot impressions. When you kick someone with shod foot, your foot is a weapon. Shod foot is a weapon. Ask me, who is the butt of this joke? Do you remember that woman who asked you to wear her shoes in for her? What happened? You wore them in for her. Your weapon is unique to me and my impression. In the majority of crime, shoes do not match the foot in regard to fit. Who knows, it's hard to be individual. I thought you were being walked over. Splaying is a progressive acquired deformity in female criminals, progressing slowly throughout an individual's locomotive life. Tell me, what is the difference between a kick fuck and a fuck kick? Do not regret the strategic barefoot or running. What the fuck is a kicking without shoe? Splaying is a progressive acquired deformity that may occur over the first 2 to 3 decades of a life. I buy second-hand shoes, that's 2 weapons. You wouldn't believe the things I don't do because of my shoes. How much more so in a dynamic ambulatory footprint. You have a big toe that detects money, mine detects sexy men. At least we know what we're walking away from, or kick fucking. Unlike exemplars of pedal identifying features to do as proof of my feet. Variations in pedal tissue is evidence of kicking. Prepared feet. Creak in the back, at boot to back in the knee, in the shoe of that woman who walked over your toes. We have the gait of similar unknown individuals. 90% of people wear shoes narrower than their feet. We kick and run the same, so we can share shoes. Females generally wear shoes narrower and shorter. The thing about your feet is it's your fault. It's your fault. The balls of your feet are fucked from kicking. The result of wearing narrow shoes causes hallux vulgus deformation and foot pain. Snug or narrow fit has a negative effect on gait. The natural expansion of foot with each weight-bearing step is prevented by a sex shoe. Splaying of forefoot is evidenced by gradual increase in width of forefoot relative to foot. The ball of my foot is diminished when wearing shoe narrower than foot. This is for Wayne. Read this, sucker. And then I'll go. I love my things, things go off in my mouth and all my things are in my hump. I've got loads of things, they read to me, they go off in my mouth. I'm happy to be here and when I leave I'll take care. I know what sense, there's such a good atmosphere around me today. I used to live here but when I left I was so glad to leave, actually it left me. Somebody said this, hey love, I love the way you work, all appealing and easy. I said, I'm sorry professor, but there's such an amazing atmosphere coming off of me right now. Have you ever watched a porn and gone along? I've realised how my work and my hump and my liquid are connected and probably better. I know what matters. Nobody had better, I mean said it better. I've got loads of them. I'll write a poem on them to get real with them. Do you know about the firm egg and death? I love to bake, and do you know I carried around a little prawn in a baby sling for 5 months. There's such a buzz around me at the moment. It's my hump. This is my stuff doing its stuff, and this is my material. I'm far, far too at home in my home. I can probably get on with posh people. I mean, I can definitely get them done, and I can easily digest their rich food. I know how to wipe and laugh at myself, but there's this sensual smell on me right now. This is a huddle, and this is score. That is gesture. I'm really small. I learn everything I know from my brothers. I know what matters and what is matter, and that's my material. It's what girl comedians do all the time. I'm deeply okay. I have more. I've learned how to wrap the strap of my prawn around my leg so no one can steal it, but still look natural while I read it. Maybe when I touch this I'll get a real connection to the person that made it from hard material.